Drive on Lugnutz.
And then she said, "Honey, this one's eating my popcorn." Oh, hello there, folks. Welcome to Lugnutz.
This is Lugnutz. We can't hear it. They can. This way you can. No.
Oh, okay.
This way you can.
This week we have Peugeot's WEC debut.
Mm-hmm.
We have Kia's ups and Hyundai's downs. We have information on the 8th generation Golf and a Dodge Diora Hot Wheels follow-up car, a Hot Wheels car. Okay.
Audio. So.
And the Lambo Urus.
So. We hope you do enjoy the show, and this is a Walljangers and Walljangers Media Network presentation of Lugnutz. This is podcast number 123 in the network. 123. And I, of course, am Matthew Bucaro, the Mattman. To my lefts are in the center. You don't really see him because we have a camera at a higher angle, but it is one Link Diablo, Hero of Time, and Stephen Bucaro, Big Brother. And, of course, we want to invite all of you over here to pjnwh.com, where you'll find the highlights of all the podcasts, like last week's Lugnutz Monkey Wrench Steering Wheel, and last week's Triforce podcast, Nintendo is Always Watching Iron Kelly, because we gave our Kelly a new nickname, Iron Kelly, because of it, he had some Tony Stark knee pads.
It's nice to know Nintendo already knows about it.
Yeah, man, they know about Iron Kelly. So it's good. And that brave little Decepticon toaster and blurry zebra Maserati. You can find all of our luggy and nuttiness there. And you can also contact us if you have something luggy and nutty to say. What do you think about the stories that we say here? Do you have something to add or a great idea? Hop on over here. Let us know your name and your message. And find us on all social media handles. Facebook, YouTube, Twitter,
and what do we know about Peugeot?
Peugeot is still on
Peugeot is going to debut for the World Endurance Championship, part of the FIA Racing Series. This is the photo we have. It kind of looks awesome.
It does look awesome. I really appreciate how I like the style of that.
The Endurance Series, probably I imagine Le Mans.
Well, Endurance, so, all right, it's like a long time. So
this
Endurance,
will also be a hybrid.
Because I'm not familiar with the Endurance. So
Le Mans is 24 hours.
Rain or shine.
Yeah, 24 hours.
How's that guy get? I know it's aerodynamic, but
they switch drivers and stuff like that.
You got tiny little LED lights.
They might be really bright. You know, whatever. That's how the series goes.
I mean, and the visibility doesn't really look good. Especially, like, I hope you have wipers at least.
Well, you would imagine that endurance race car drivers should be able to handle that.
You would imagine that,
and
yes.
they should look awesome doing it.
Mm-hmm.
You can get your Peugeot, I don't know where, at a Peugeot dealer, probably somewhere in Europe.
I don't know where, I don't know when, but it's there.
It's there.
So, yeah, man, Peugeot's nice.
They also have a brand new 308 coming out. This is what we have. They have a gallery here of 308s. This is the Peugeot 308. It'll be on sale in 2021. It'll be available in electric and hybrid.
Looks like a very friendly car.
Yes, they're trying to compete with the Golf.
If this was a Pixar movie, that car would just randomly come up and start talking to you.
In French.
Yes.
Yes.
So you wouldn't understand what it's saying.
It has a 1.6 liter 4-cylinder engine.
Okay.
Peugeot is making this a very big. This is big for Peugeot. They're trying to compete.
Nice little
with
hatchback.
The Golf
looks like a GTI, and the Elantra that they did there, that looks more like a Land Rover.
I think they're trying to push everything.
Yeah.
That I don't mind the look of that one.
No, that one's not bad. That one really looks like a Land Rover.
Yeah,
and it kind of has that, like, I'm not sold on that two-tone. I mean, it does. It appeases the eye.
It's all right, I guess.
I'm not. I wouldn't buy that. I would buy that over that, but The 308, man, that is
a little
pretty
hot
sexy.
car if you're in Europe or the rest of the world.
And I normally don't like the really bright colors on the brake calipers, but
it kind of stands out here. They kind of set all the colors up.
It's really small. They don't put it on a lot of it. It's just you see little of the caliper because of how big that the rims are.
Now
and
behind us, it's black. But
right, yeah, no, that's green.
That's supposed to be like right here by my head.
Yeah,
that part's green. The calipers are green.
I forgot about the green. Yeah, we're pointing out all black things on a black car, but it's the nice.
It is a nice shade of green.
Yeah, like
oddly
a
enough.
The king is back. Ooh. So Peugeot has some stuff going on for him. I like that.
And China is going to get something new from Chevy.
So Chevy is now infecting China?
You could think of it that way, but they're going to call it the Monza.
Okay.
Let's click on that photo before the ad comes up. This is USA Today's, where I found it. Monza launches in China. This will get 50 miles to the gallon. It is a hybrid. It goes on 48 volts, a 1.3-liter turbo. It all produces about 161 horsepower.
Yeah.
They're selling it for the equivalent of $16,500.
That's not bad.
That is a really reasonable price.
Yeah.
And I think it should be rather popular in the Chinese market for a great price.
Oh, especially. Yeah, that's
hybrid,
a great
all
price.
sorts of things.
Oh, yeah, that's a great price and a great looking car, too. I mean, even for a Chevy, I mean, you got the nice sunroof looking there.
They have to, I think they have to up things a bit for the Chinese market.
I mean, the whole styling of the car is really nice, though. It's very sleek and elegant. Why can't you do that here? I don't really like Chevy, but I do respect what you're doing with this car, especially capitalizing on this Chinese market, and especially with a nice, sleek car. I think you're going to sell a lot of units with
170 pounds of torque. If you drive a Kia or Hyundai, you could be receiving a good bit of money.
Okay.
There was a settlement, you might remember a while back, for cars and SUVs that were leased or owned with a 2-liter or 2.4-liter engine.
No, not now. No.
Is there a photo of a car we can look at?
Not really, but we do have this information here.
Useful information about which cars. So there was recently a lawsuit with Kia and Kia Hyundai. They're owned by the same parent company.
Yes.
They were receiving $760 million to the people who own these cars because they were catching fire.
Yeah, that's a big problem. That's a real big problem.
Just catch fire, so they're going to pay out a large chunk of change.
And I don't think you could do that excuse like, I'm sorry, I didn't know we couldn't do that. You know, especially fires. Whenever fire is involved, because that's potentially the whole house too.
Yeah.
Certain people, you got a garage connected to your house. Even if it's just a standalone garage, man, you got trees and shit too.
So if you have a Kia or Hyundai 2011 through 2019, I'd give that a check out. You might be due some money.
Yeah, man. Sonatas, Santa Fe Sport, Hyundai, Tucson's, the Kia Optima, Sorento, and Sportage between pretty much 2011 and 2019. The Tucson is 2014 to 2015.
I got this story off abcactionnews.com.
Yeah, man. So check out your local news sightings for that one. But yeah, you want to make sure you get that taken care of.
Yes. Up next.
And what is Kia also? What else do they have?
So they had this interesting 800-volt car charging system. This is trickle-down technology that they're using from Porsche.
Okay.
That's a hot-looking car right there.
Yeah.
It's very futuristic.
Yeah.
The very shiny rims. I'm not so sure about the passenger cabin, but it looks sleek.
It's something.
It's very driving on Mars looking.
Yeah, it looks like they were talking to Elon. Those chairs.
Whoa, it looks like a peacock.
Yeah, those
chairs like a peacock.
Peacock.
Boy,
chairs,
are they something.
Man. Dude, if you could get different colors in there to make it look like a peacock, though, that would actually
with this car,
that'd be pretty tight.
Yes, they wish to blur the boundaries between car and SUV, or as the rest of the world calls it, they're going to make it a crossover.
No way. They invented... What the shit are you doing?
Wow!
What
Holy
is that?
God. That's a very different look for those of you playing the home audio game.
What in the hillbilly Blade Runner is going on?
In the car, they have kind of a Knight Rider-like steering wheel, if you all remember. And instead of a gauge or dial cluster, they have a series of fanned-out screens.
Yeah, it's almost like little shards of a screen. Kind of in like a sawtooth pattern, which I don't think you want to do that.
Clearly, the Korean sci-fi writers have been designing cars. And
maybe a traditional dash over that shit there, man, because I just see a little kid falling and stabbing their eye right in that.
Yes. So this, they use most...
Not to be dark.
With the 800-volt charging system, they hope to charge even quicker. Most charging systems use a 400-volt system.
Okay.
They're going to go for double that for even quicker charging. They're just going to cram all that electricity in there. Yeah. I think somewhere I saw it was about 25 minutes if they were doing it really quick.
Yeah, but what does that do to battery life, man? That's what I want to know.
Very...
I mean,
if they know how to manage it correctly, I'm not so sure I'd ever get used to that. That display. That display is. Oof.
Good evening, Robert. I imagine it's a Robert that's owning this. Good evening. Oh, it says it right there. Good evening, Robert.
That's where you got it.
Yeah, that's where I got that from.
Yeah,
I was reading. No way.
Yeah, who would have thought?
That's how that works.
Right above the
You
steering
see words
wheel,
on the screen and you read them aloud. That's crazy. Robert. Okay. All right, Robert.
They're going to have 2 new models with this electric vehicle technology. They're setting big goals. Kia would like to sell 500,000 electric vehicles by 2026. The 2 new models that will be available in electric, those are some futuristic-looking seats. The 2 new models available are the Nitro EV and the Soul EV.
That's interesting.
This is probably the Nitro, and it's got gold interior.
That's interesting because that tells me that's your pedals right there. Gas brake.
It is a concept car.
Oh yeah, but even still, like bottles, anything, you're just gonna let them roll all over the cabin because people are messy.
It's for design. They'll cheap out and.
Yeah, I imagine they would, but
that.
I mean, overall, I think that you could get used to this LED screen, and
eventually, I suppose
if you get a 25-minute charge, but then again, what's Elon thinking of?
Yeah.
He wants to make it like filling up at a gas tank,
Yeah, that's kind of what we want.
So on that bombshell.
How does Hyundai see themselves? Well, Hyundai sees themselves as a mature, value-oriented brand with a youthful, sporty side. And they see Kia as their younger brother. Hyundai is coming up with a new line called the N line, geared towards youth. This is Kia. Kia has a brand new GT line of cars, or model of cars.
So they're trying to be like the big boys.
Yes. They are talking about a serious speed for people who are more interested in more power over the base models. Kind of like if you can't tune it up yourself, I guess they'll tune it up for you. A little bit better than the base models, so they're trying to
give you like everybody else does.
Looks like where before they were trying to orient the entire car interior more towards luxury. Now they're trying to get that sporty section of the market.
Absolutely.
So seems like Kia may be the only thing left offering actual petrol-powered engines.
Well, that's probably because they haven't figured out electric yet. But Volkswagen, and one of my favorite cars of all time. What did you
They've announced the 8th gen Volkswagen Golf Hot Hatch. It has the same sort of suspension. The front will have a 5% stiffer in the turn roll stiffness, 15% extra stiffness in the rear, 19-inch rims, 241 horsepower, manual or dual clutch auto, whatever that is.
I don't know what that is.
Get yours soon for about $30,000.
And I like
bit of
the interior.
Price bump this year.
I like the interior. Interior's I like that for Volkswagen,
But
especially for the GTI.
Generally, if you're going for a Golf, you don't really care.
Well, no,
I mean,
this is not a Golf, sir. This is a GTI.
A GTI, yes.
And the GTI with the matching, flannel seats. I would love
clearly
this GTI.
you're going to.
Besides this little problem right here.
That has got to be the dual clutch auto.
Yeah, but it's the interface here. I don't like how it looks like a switch. You don't really get a good view of it in that picture. Let's see if they give us something different that's an ad. Yeah, that. I don't like what I see there. Yeah. That looks like a little.
This looks like they're showing the automatic version.
That could be a key.
It could be a key. I think this is the automatic version.
That's better.
It's tough to tell.
Manual. Yeah, it's just it is hard to tell.
You can't tell from the angle. It looks like they have a heads-up display.
It's 2022. Yeah, so we'll have to look out for this one at next year's auto show if they fucking have it. Who knows with this Corona shit? Jesus Christ.
If there is an auto show next year.
Yeah, we'll be going live like we did this year.
Get yours soon as, the world stops ending.
As the world ends, that may be the one and only Lugnutz live event that went on at the auto show this year. So that's a great video if you want to go out and check it out on our Walljangers.
Yes, so one of the things with electric vehicles is the charge.
Yes.
And something that Ford tried a while ago was to have the charge on the roof. There's a patent down below. So this is Ford's idea. They tried having the solar panels on the roof, but it couldn't really...
Oh, that's not a mattress.
No, it's not a mattress.
I thought it was for napping.
So they couldn't really get any extra charge out of it.
Oh, yeah, no.
This system they have is a collapsible roof that goes over the car. If you go down low, you'll see it fully deployed with solar panels. That's a concept that they got there. This is the concept that they tried with the solar panels on the roof. It didn't really work. But with this patent, they say it'll add about 20 extra miles for a day of charging.
So the concept is that it just drapes over
the other car. One, go down the light, that one. That is a Dutch car called the Light 1 Prototype. It cost $165,000.
Okay.
I guess they have the same sort of photo panels that they got.
So if you're like a car collector.
Or you could just wait till Ford has a little roof that pops out.
Yeah.
Get like the second or third gen.
That's going to be like a Star Wars like solar sail. How they have you'll just have like
except you got a kind of
solar sail, especially for like
and it'll probably keep your car cool
in like the desert states. I can see that being very popular if it works.
But when it breaks,
it's gonna be
it's gonna be horrible when it breaks.
Like everybody loved LED headlights up until you got to fucking replace one.
Yeah.
Like how much? Yeah, you liked how crystal clear that was, didn't you?
Yeah. But that looks like a neat car as well. Different idea. I don't think the cops are gonna like that back part. This, my friend, is the Dodge Diora. It was a concept car in 1960. It recently got an update. Someone made it.
Okay.
Alexander Brothers, I guess is the name of the shop. They built it to mark the anniversary of the car becoming a Hot Wheels car. The 55th anniversary is 2022.
Yeah, I was about to say because
they made the actual car
like a Hot Wheels car.
That was a Hot Wheels car, and they made it a real car.
I want to say I remember
just like a real boy.
I'm a real boy.
Yeah, it's got very much of a.
It's looking very Dodge. Yeah. Yeah,
Look at that! Look at that bed.
Yeah, with the surfboard, so you can go surfing.
Yeah.
Right? You think they had a specific idea for this car?
They have the same marketing guy as they do now.
It looks like if you tried to do like the Subaru Baja.
Yeah, that's what it is with a really big back bed.
It's a futuristic Subaru Baja. That's what that.
Can you imagine replacing that windshield?
Oh no!
Oh,
no! That
would be horrible.
That's going through insurance. You're going by your deductible at that point.
Do you see the doors?
No. It's futuristic. You hop in the back. Remember Dukes of Hazzard?
The top probably folds out forward.
This is millennial Dukes of Hazzard. They hop over the roof of the car and slide in out back.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
That's not the way I'd go.
It's not as efficient as the original.
No, it would not be as efficient.
You know, they're working on it. It's a concept.
What is Lexus working on? That's the Yaris one.
C. Luxury export.
Y'all know of this is the only photo they have. There are no photos of this yet. Y'all know of the Yaris. Well, Lexus is going to get its own version. The BX, rumored for 2023. It'll be a hybrid 1.5 liter engine. They're saying about 116 horsepower, but I'm not sure yet. BX. They have no photos. They're going to base it on the Yaris.
BX. So it's a bicycle crossover.
It could be. It could be, or it could be just as sporty as the Yaris.
So
especially if they do a
something around that Yaris feel. So like this car.
You like the Yaris, Lexus is working on something just for you.
Here's a good point, though. So if you don't like the look of this car, you may like the look of the Lexus.
Yeah.
Because they're not
Lexus adds just a little bit of body extra touches and stylings and a little of the interior.
It's like the teacher looking over your essay and he's like, let's get rid of that.
And Lexus has that amazing powertrain warranty or something like forever. They guarantee the powertrain.
They do have a really good powertrain.
They have a really good powertrain. Like
you just got to keep up.
That's why the one guy at work, he said, I'll only buy Lexus. I only buy a car once every 30 years, and I'm going to buy a Lexus. So.
There you go. So,
granted, he's not originally from this country, but it's very popular where he's from.
You get what you pay for, though. Especially with the price tag for a Lexus. Yeah, about once every 30 years is about how much I would expect to spend for a Lexus.
Yeah.
I drive cars into the ground, so yeah, man. Or into a tree. Whatever comes first.
Usually, depends. Just like Lexus is coming up with new things, Lamborghini has new things as well. A $270,000 SUV.
Excellent.
This is the Yaris that has a 4-liter V8 engine with 650 horsepower. 627 torques are put in there.
I'm sorry, it's called the Yaris?
Urus.
Oh.
Did I say Yaris?
So no, you said that sounds like what, but it's
Urus.
It's like they said, we'll call it the Yaris. I'm sorry, sir, that's taken. Fine, Urus. Dick. That's right, Vader. The force is strong.
Vader, you have it. Okay.
Now you look less pasty.
Vader
is helping.
Slightly less. It goes 0 to 62.
Okay.
In 3.6 seconds. Why 62? Because it's Italian. That's
was after lunch.
4-wheel steering. They should have a photo somewhere of all 4-wheel steering. Yeah. 190 top speed. It gets. Want to guess the miles to the gallon?
12.
14. You were close. All yours for $200,000 starting price.
If you're buying a
carbon fiber interior.
Yeah, if you're buying a Lamborghini, you're not worried about miles per gallon.
No.
It could dump a
This one is in Michigan.
This car could dump a baby seal out the back every time you screech off from a red light. That Lamborghini owner ain't gonna care.
Yeah, well, they never did. So carbon fiber, everything in the interior.
That interior, though, my God.
That's a nice looking interior.
That's how you fucking do it, man.
Carbon fiber. This is why you buy a Lamborghini.
Yeah,
if you ever
that's
have
exactly.
the money.
I would not even know how to put that car into start, but it looks so impressive.
Probably the big
Or how
red
to
button
drive
in the center.
Well,
there.
yeah, that's how you start it. Where's drive? Wait, you go right here?
Yeah, that's where you do. You just
Or
hit
is it
that
right
button
there?
there.
Or is there something of it? That looks like there's something starting there. Maybe it's just flappy paddle.
You know,
I don't know.
once you sit in it, you totally get it.
It's when you buy the car, they
figure it
probably
out.
teach you how to drive it.
I would imagine,
imagine.
but you think it comes with a radio?
Right there, man. 88.5, whatever radio
everyone
station
loves
you are.
it.
Kick HD. Nice.
Climate control, zone heating,
like the-
everything you would expect.
I like
from
the
Lamborghini.
blue stitching in the leather right here.
nice blue stitching. It matches the outside of the car.
And the nice carbon
I
fiber.
wonder if they're
right
going to
there.
change the stitching for the outside to match the inside, or if it's just going to be blue. So if you get like a red one, you get a red stitching. That'd look good.
Is that
Especially-
Italian or some shit there. Eco.
It's a
Oh,
Lamborghini.
Okay, park, manual. So I guess it's
You
flappy
push your button.
paddle.
You push
So yeah, you
park,
push the button for
manual.
park, but then start it, and then boom, manual mode. So it's flappy paddle. That's how you drive it. Okay, that's what I wanted to know. How the fuck do you drive it? There you go, flappy paddle, and then you got your different modes right there, and then your different traction controls and different kind of turn off your traction controls up there too. So nice. Okay, I figured it out. That's cool. That's all I wanted.
Yeah, I was worried.
I know.
Nice gauge cluster there, not a series of displays.
But those rims, that's very nice.
They're very nice rims.
Very elegant. Just what I would expect.
And to polish off the show, we have 10 movie cameos for Mercedes. These are, you can go down, it'll have a list of
Nice.
them. Dude, where's my car?
The
Mercedes
99
SL 500. It only gets 1.5 stars. Who would have thought?
Wow.
I think this is just an
That's
ad
just
for
an
the
ad
movie.
for the. Okay, I just had to tell.
Liar, Liar,
Yes!
1997.
Oh man, I remember thinking, damn, that guy has such a nice car.
Go down a bit. Mercedes-Benz SL 500 R129. They give it 2 stars.
Drop top, yeah, man.
This movie was great.
The
Transporter 2000.
yeah.
Mercedes-Benz SELW 140.
And that's that classic looking Mercedes too. And the Bridget, all right.
Bridget Jones' Diary, which is
Well, that's a classic. A 69 Mercedes-Benz 280 SE convertible.
Yes.
W111. 3 stars. Hugh Grant drove this beast. Casino. Yes. with my man Joe
that's
Pesci.
an SL if I've ever seen one.
Sure is. That's a 75 450 SL. Yeah, man. 3 stars on that. How critical do you have to be to not give that 5 stars? That is a classic. That screams Mercedes.
Yeah, the big.
Well, not just the
They all
M.
scream Mercedes.
I mean,
It's
just
Mercedes.
the styling and look. If you debadge that, you'd be able to say that's a Mercedes.
It is. It is a very nice car. The Hangover. Oh,
Yeah.
this one is beautiful. A 1965 Mercedes-Benz 220 SE Cabriolet.
Yeah, man.
3
That was
stars.
a classic one. I like
Beautiful.
it. It was a junker in the movie, but I absolutely love the look of that
Who
car. It was
wouldn't
nice
love
and
a car like
classic,
that?
man. That's the kind of Hunter S. Thompson kind of car you want to drive
Yeah.
through Vegas.
That's how I describe it.
American Gigolo. They had the 1980 Mercedes-Benz 450 SL R107. So same.
That's a
kind
hot one too. I like that one
SL
too.
still
All
subtle,
the SL class.
subtle differences,
Beautiful.
but from the other 450 SL, subtle differences, but still distinctive in its own right.
Oh yeah.
The
Rookie 1990. I remember. Did we go to see this one in the
a
theaters?
buddy cop flick by
No, we
Clint
didn't.
Eastwood. No, and
Mercedes-Benz
played by
500 SL. The Rookie in 1990.
Clint Eastwood and Charlie Sheen. That sounds like I might want to watch.
Sounds like
that
a really
movie,
good
though.
movie.
Yeah, that does. Even if it's bad, it sounds like it would be just bad enough to be good.
All right.
Especially with a Mercedes 500 SL. Come on now.
A Good Day to Die Hard.
That was the movie,
Mercedes
I believe.
AMG G55.
I believe that was the movie that Kevin Smith was in with Bruce Willis, which led to Cop Out.
Oh, okay.
4 stars for that big monstrosity, which is just ugly to look at, but yeah.
It's very, very popular, especially with the off-roading community.
Yeah. Ronin.
1976 Mercedes 450 SEL.
6.9. All right.
Fantastic.
4 stars on that one. And then, that's the
looks
end
like
of
the SL
list.
class is
Yeah, SL. They had a couple SLEs on here, but I gotta say, man, yeah, the 450 SL was probably my favorite of these Mercedes in cinema.
Now we have to go watch The Rookie because it has Clint Eastwood in it.
Absolutely. And we want to direct you back over here to pjnwh.com, where you can find this as well as many other podcasts, as well as contacting us here on the team and finding us on all social media platforms on Facebook, YouTube, Twitter, and Instagram. The YouTube version of this show will be up later. And, of course, it doesn't end until Connor says one punch, because we do add in some end credit scenes after the end, which are funny. I promise. No.
Clearly, we're taking up Link's couch.
We are. So at that, this is, of course, one of my long drawn-out goodbyes. We want you to tune over to Triforce Podcast tomorrow night around 7 p.m.-ish, where we go over all the latest in geek culture and nerdy news. And I am Matthew Bucarell, the Mattman. To my left is Stephen Bucarell, Big Brother. And in between us is our mascot, the hero of time, Link Diablo Bucarell. And we want to see you tomorrow night. We love you, miss you. And don't forget, it does not matter if you drive a Mercedes-Benz SL or a Hyundai Elantra that spontaneously ignites into fire. Nothing rolls without Lugnutz. We'll see you next week, Lugnutz. Drive on! I don't know where. I don't know when. But it's there. It's there. So Chevy is now infecting China?
You could think of it that way.
Yeah, it looks like they were talking to Elon. Those chairs.
Whoa, it looks like a peacock.
As the world ends, that may be the one and only Lugnutz live event.
Really?
Oh, that's not a mattress.
No, it's not a mattress.
I thought it was for napping.
They made it a real car. Just like a real boy.
I'm a real boy.
Pizza. Pizza. Cuckoo.
Yeah, the fire's supposed to be contained within the car, not on the outside.
Right.
I mean,
Your safety tip for the week.
Yeah, there you go.
Drive on.
Thank you.
A lot of people say, I don't know, deviation of that. Hyundai, yeah.
Hyun.
Oh, I drive a Hyundai.
They're Korean. It's Hyun. Hyun, not Hun.
You gotta sound like you're clearing something out of your chest when you say their name. Hyundai.
The Huns do not have a car. I think they still use horses. And that is why the Hungarian Empire isn't ruling today. A Dodge Diora.
Man, how do you spell that? Ugh. Do they have to spell all the H's? Ugh.
No.
Oh, it's the
Diora.
The Diora.
A Dodge Diora. Biora in China.
Now it's sharp and clear. Crystal clear. Just like the start of this podcast, number 123. All three of our luggy and nuttiness are here. I put the Facebook title, the pending title, as Gone in 60 Lugnutz.
I like that.
I really like the thought of putting that Facebook title as just like a Lugnut version of like a driving movie. There's not many of them, so it eventually the well will dry up. But that's my idea right now, because that'll be great end credits. Because they're going to poke right here and hit subscribe. They're going to find the best video right above my head for you. Just you. Right above his head, you're going to find all the Lugnutz podcast in a playlist. All YouTube enhanced, like this version. Drive on, Lugnutz.